Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Persona 5 with your host Dameol. Last time I said I would probably be hanging out with, crap. Well, never mind. Last time I said I'd be hanging out with Fumi, and apparently that is exactly what I'm doing. I was going to say, I said I was going to, but I actually decided against it because Kawakami is only available 2 nights a week, and Fumi is available more, but then I actually spent the money to come here, and gosh dang it. If I'm going to spend the money to come here, I might as well actually...
Oh?
He seems kind of troubled. Are you going to talk to Fumi as well? Absolutely. I came all the way here, didn't I? Thanks for taking my hand. I'm never going to wash it.
Huh?
Please wash it. I can't believe you're really here in a church. On the internet that you pray to God for victory. Is that true? No. Oh, can I take a selfie with you and post it online? Sorry, I'm not turning down all such requests. Oh, by the way, is it true you're planning to become a professional shogi player? Well, nothing's been... I'll be cheering for you to qualify. The first one is past the third down late. I really believe in you. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Oh wow, I completely got her voice wrong. Men like that approach me all the time. At first I thought you were one of them. I really must apologize for being so rude to you. It bothers me when people make such a big fuss over me. Considering that the priest is doing me a great favor by letting me play here. You see, he's my shogi friend. Shogi. I think it's actually shogi. He's been very kind. He once told me he wanted to become a professional player. And he doesn't like how embarrassing it happened when we play together.
Oh.
So, I did that photo shoot. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. Did you see it? It was called the Venus of Shogi. Yeah, that's quite the headline. It certainly is. It's not really an excuse, but the editorial staff came up with that title on their own. Ever since I won the female Shogi League, I'm getting a lot of attention. That is one of the things that kind of bugs me. Not about Persona 5, but in society in general. If there's a woman that is good at something, they always find adjectives to describe her that involve her physicality, and it just bugs the crap out of me. I'm like, why? That doesn't really happen with men. You don't ever, hear, unless they just happen to be attractive. They won't ever be like the beefcake of bowling. You don't ever hear that. I just figured we could contribute to the shogi world. Besides, my mother seems to be very happy. Whenever I win, she rejoices as if it were her own victory. Oh, her mother's living through you. So, I want to live up to the expectations she has for me. However, she's been a bit overzealous lately. She set up this interview in front of... Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, it's not bad, it's just... I remember the, Venus and Serena Williams' parents were like that, and they, had made them be professional tennis players, or made them, really focus on tennis since they were, 5. And I always have to wonder, when stuff like that happens... It's one thing if the kid has the drive and really wants to do that, but it's a whole other sense of warpedness whenever it's the parents really forcing them into a life they didn't even really pick. If she wants to be the manager of a celebrity. A bit. Oh, just one. I bet there's another answer that's better there. But it's fine. It's for my mother.
Sorry.
Oh, I should be teaching you how to play rather than talking about my mom. Today, I'll be showing you something very practical. Tactically for using the reverse pawns you've taken from your opponent in a more effective way. Nevertheless, you're such a good I feel at ease speaking with you.
Actually...
Aside from the priest, you're actually the first person I've spoken to about my mother. Alright. First of all... Wait, what? Oh, by a backup member. I was like... I just read that chance to follow up attack. I'm like, that's what all my guys get. Is she, in my party? I don't think she is. She just sort of, runs in from the side. Ah!
I look forward to it.
Alright.
Until next time.
Yeah, I really don't need the knowledge at this point, but I'll still take it. want to go to the movies tomorrow. I'm curious about the new summer releases. I was talking about that chick flick, Love Possibly. It's kind of weepy, so it's embarrassing to go alone. Can you come watch it with me? Last time I said no. But I do think this will give me points. Although, that's the problem. Isn't Anne ready to go up anyway? Oh, what the hell, just do it. Yay! Alright, let's meet in front of the movie theater in Shibuya. Isn't tomorrow night the day that we are going to the Fireworks Festival? Oh my god, are they going to take another Sunday away from me? I need to work on my sun persona! Stop taking Sundays away!
Hey!
Let's hurry! The movie's about to start!
Help her! Please! Help her! I don't care about the money or my social status, but please! I just need to tell her how I feel!
This might help my kindness anyway, which maybe make it a worthy use. Anne's holding back her she's totally empathizing. But the movie's right about the person's true value isn't about their social standing or wealth. Into charm? What? No, that's clearly a kindness movie. You are dumb, game.
All right.
Oh, I used up 2 packs of pocket tissues. I guess girls like me want that perfect romantic kind of love you see in the movies. Thanks for going along with it. Now that I think about it, that movie wasn't geared towards guys at all, huh? But okay, you're such a good friend. Hey, cat, keep walking. Do not knock the mic down again. We're talking about the Phantom Thieves.
You're back.
I am back. Okay, good. Thank goodness. I still get my Sunday. Hey, Makoto, are you going to wear a yukata? I'm planning on it. Yukatas are a great part of the summer tradition. They truly heighten a woman's beauty. I think I will wear mine as... Wait, what? You've got... How about you, Kaizen? Yeah, I don't own a yukata. Hey, I know. Why don't you come without your glasses? What's the point in that? I don't know. You don't get to see fireworks every day. It's just wearing normal clothes. Just think you might want to go with a change of pace. Yeah, that's what... You should go to a fireworks festival and make it so you have a harder time seeing the fireworks. That makes total sense, you guys. Well, you guys better not be late tomorrow. I heard some info about that actor. Seems you're gonna need a new strategy. I talked to you. Do you have time today? No, I'm definitely going to spend time with you. I'd like to request your help again, but his speeds are a bit different than my others. However, with your assistance, the assistance will be the same. Are you up to the task? Thank you. The truth is, there will be cameras there today. I'm comfortable with that, but I couldn't decline. In any case, we'll just do what we've been doing. Well then, I'll be waiting at the square. Alright. So glad I got to get Sun up. I really, really enjoy Sun.
The most important thing is,
Acting not in self-interest, but for the greater good.
I
And the mindset we politicians must instill in our constituents. Alright, I'll queue it up. Alright, should be able to get lots of interesting footage. This is no good tour after all. Advocate an overly optimistic policy, only to lure voters in during the election season. That's how No Good Tour thought and operated 20 years ago, making unachievable pledges. Huh. This isn't how I saw this going. If you make a promise, you must keep it. If you make a mistake, you must atone for it. These are basic human principles that we all have learned from the youngest of ages. There's some pretty good points, though, don't you think? That's why it's all useless. Seems like I only want to get some footage of the old no-good Tora. It's very disrespectful. However, I've been distancing myself from that. You think I've regained my confidence? I do think you gained your confidence. Well, I must have, if you think so. However, I'll never forget the disgrace I suffered as no-good Tora.
Hey.
Can I tell you a story? See, I mentioned this before, but 20 years ago, I was lucky enough to become a Diet member. However, I wanted to be politicians for all the wrong reasons. I wanted to be in a position of power, and I was obsessed with the glamorous lifestyle. I thought only of being popular. I truly was no good Torah.
Hey.
Learn from me. Don't let being a member of the Diet be your only goal in life. Voters are much more sensible than we give them credit for. Being ambitious and striving to advance the political world will change your outlook on life.
Alright,
up to rank 5. God damn it! You taught me how to be manipulative. Been giving some good speeches, Mr. Yoshida. Can't believe you lost the last 2 elections.
Hmm?
You're Mr. Koromoto's grandson. That's correct. I'm his grandson, Benzo. Does he know you're here speaking with me now? I'm aware you and my grandfather are on bad terms, but that doesn't really concern me. This must be your secretary, huh? He's been helping you a lot lately.
What?
You know about him. My grandfather was recently hospitalized, and you become the topic of our conversations. I'd like to talk with you again sometime. I learned a lot from your speech today. Mr. Kuramoto spoke of me. Matsuichita. Sorry, I'm taking care of business. Let's wrap this up for today. I don't need charm. I need kindness. Who gives me kindness?
Alright.
I think Sojiro gives me kindness. Which unfortunately I've been ignoring that crap out of him.
Come on.
Firework just about to leave. Who is it? Hey, I saw some certain news online. Sounds like it'd be really bad if it turns out to be true. Well, it seems an insane group getting ready to declare war on Phantom Thieves. Afraid to just hold on that information myself, so I want to at least let you know. That's actually all I have to say, though. Sorry to bother you on your day off. And let's talk about this after we get back. We don't have much time, so let's get going. We can also talk as we walk. You don't even have to yell away what you say, Mr. Meow Meow.
So humid.
Mr. Meow Meow. Holiday means it's as crowded here as it is for morning rush hour. Now for today's train news. Today's main topics are Fireworks Festival tonight. Exact roads and transportation we just expect to be adjusted for the whole day. Sudden weather changes imminent. Be careful of sudden shifts in the climate from afternoon to night.
Oh, it's so hot.
Is this the first time we've ever seen a guy wear a, dang it, those things. I've already forgot their name. Kabuto?
I feel like I'm being baked.
Well, it is July.
Those girls are way too late.
It must be taking time for them to put on the Yukata.
Yukata, that's what it is. Where'd I get Kabuto from?
Why aren't you two wearing one?
Got clothes like Yukata.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Yusuke does, considering he's like too poor for everything else.
Man, you look way too normal in that.
People often say that to me.
How often do you wear your Yukata in public? Because I've never seen you do it.
Oh, by the way, the exams.
Yeah, how you doing?
I bet you got a big fat F on them.
I'll give him at least a
Shut
D.
up. We don't know that yet.
Are you going to the fireworks festival?
For a split second, I thought that was our girls, and then I could like not figure out who they were.
That's right.
Us too. Wanna go together?
Man, go for it, Yusuke.
Are we getting hit on?
No, only Yusuke is.
Come on, let's go together. Do you happen to be a model? You look great in that yukata.
Waiting around's a pain, so can we just go with these chicks?
Ryuji, you're not being invited. Man, make your own decisions, man.
The ratio of guys to girls is off, but we can do something about that later.
I still don't think Ryuji's even being invited.
That's enough. You're disgracing your yukata. You should be more aware of your womanhood.
God damn it, Yusuke.
How could you?
I don't understand why he... I mean, I thought he was mad at us for trying to think about dissing the girls.
Why don't you go after them then? So those are the kinds of girls you like, Ryuji.
Well, no, that's...
Ryuji, I mean, he just likes low-hanging fruit. What, you can't really blame him.
You know, Yusuke's such a pretty boy, but he is really missing out because of what he says.
I guess. But he's more likable since he stays true to his ideals.
He's more likable as long as you can get past the first conversation.
Definitely more than somebody I know. I heard that Ryuji's pretty much failed his exams. Oh?
We don't know that yet, Wow, I almost said Monica. That is neither Minora. Wow. Then I almost said Minora. That is neither Mona or Morgana. I do know the cat's damn name, for once. I just can't pronounce it.
Mona, you little...
Hey, it's gonna get crowded if we don't get going.
Also, is it bad if we use Mona and, like, you know, it's interesting they use Mona. They never call me Joker, and I never call Ryuji Skull. But they'll interchangeably use Morgana and Mona in the real world. Which the whole point of having a codename is to use a name you don't use in the real world.
Agreed.
But, man, you both look amazing in yukata. Talk about Japanese beauty.
Wow. Can you even see anything? Man, that is lame as anything. That certainly never happened on the previous festivals. Wait, is he trying to get like water out of his ears? It's not like he was swimming.
Yeah?
Come on!
Looks like you need help.
Then why don't you go buy me a towel already, huh?
Interesting. Who is she? They definitely had a reason for showing her getting into a car. I kind of thought those were throwaway random Yukata girls. But at least she's going to be relevant.
I guess everyone had the same idea. What's up?
Yeah.
I think I just saw someone I know.
It's a little bit creepy because you were looking dead on at the camera. Does she know me?
Girl in that black car?
Well, she's got a ride.
Yeah, let's go friends with her real quick.
Oh, time to show your skills, Mona. We need you as a car.
Wait, Mona can't do that in the real world. I keep going back and forth between she and he for Morgana. I know he identifies as male, but god damn it, his name is Morgana. And I know I've said this before, I will not be at all surprised if whenever Morgana gets his body back, it's actually a girl. Just because he's already said he doesn't remember anything, and so he's really just kind of basing the fact that he's a boy off of his feelings, and that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It's not possible in the real world.
feet hurt, it's cold, festival's been canceled. This sucks.
It does, and I empathize with Anne, but I do have to... I've always had a problem with people... I mean, I shouldn't say a problem. I've always been annoyed by people that are just so, like, Debbie Downers like that. I'm like, don't focus on the negative. Especially when you're with friends. You know, it's like, you can always find something to do. Don't just be like, this is lame.
We made such a commotion with the public, and this is what we get? Lame. Aren't heroes that lurk in the shadows boring?
Ryuji, no, you don't get to announce who we are. Yes, but I like the shade.
What are you, Moss?
Well, you certainly made that less cool than it could have been.
I want to change the world with a loud bang, like a huge firework. Then again, we aren't gonna find someone bigger than Kanashiro that easily.
The rain is letting up. Though it's regrettable, we should go our separate ways for today.
Yeah, let's go home.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's also unfortunate it took my entire day.
So you won't tell me, no matter what.
Interesting. Hello, Sai. I don't know you yet.
I have nothing more to say to you about that.
I see. In that case, I have ways of making you talk.
Interesting. Is this... I assume this must be about me.
Huh? What's that supposed to...
Thanks for the drink.
Hey, we're not done here yet.
Now, that's certainly interesting. I really want to know what that's about. Because she didn't stop to talk to me, so I have to assume it's not actually about me. I'm going to say, what's Shojiro up to?
It's nothing. It's past closing time. Clean up the place.
Regrettably, the cause behind the recent psychotic breakdown incidents is still unknown.
It looks like she's actually in her room. When I very first saw this scene, obviously not this scene, but when I first saw the scene of her wiretapping, I thought she was in like a surveillance van. But then I'm looking and she's got like Power Ranger figures. She's got a drape over a window that has stars on it. You know, you see just bags of, I assume, trash just piled up. She never goes outside. Little mini fridge.
On to other news. The international hacktivist group Medjed has released a statement to the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, is Medjed... Wait, is she going to be the one we go after? I thought she was going to join our team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's not Medjed then. Okay.
These are the details of the message that are posted on Medjed's website. To the Phantom Thieves causing an uproar in Japan. Do not speak of your false justice.
Interesting.
We do not need the spread of such falsehood. We are the true executors of justice.
Is that executors or executors? Because I always pronounce that executor.
Phantom Thieves again?
Yeah, it's all anyone talks about. We're really popular.
However, we are magnanimous. We will give you an opportunity to repent your ways.
Well, depending on what they're actually doing, because we don't know anything about the hacktivist group Medjed. They almost sound like someone that we could just leave well enough alone. I wonder why. What is the purpose of saying, "Hey, you're stopping evil. Stop it. Only we stop evil." What? Imagine if like the police worked like that. If like the Chicago Police Department was like, "New York Police Department, stop pursuing criminals. We are the ones who pursue criminals." What?
If you agree to a change of heart, we will accept you as our own. If you reject our offer, the hammer of justice will find you.
Reject? Change of heart implies we're not doing what we should be right now, by which I would wonder, how do they define that?
Justice, huh?
We are Medjed. We are unseen. We will eliminate evil.
Interesting, so Medjed is the in-game equivalent of Anonymous.
Akechi-san, why do you think this announcement was made at this time?
I don't know the details, but there's no doubt that they were provoked by the Phantom Thieves.
Well, it definitely seems like if this is the Anonymous representation of this game, the fact that someone's coming in is actually doing what they've been claiming to do for a long time. That's the problem with hacktivist groups. Hacktivist groups do a lot of good things, but they not... You know, because they are widespread and there's no real central leadership, there's necessarily a massive discordance amidst what they think that they should be doing, and just the different wings are doing massively different things. Which is one of the reasons why Anonymous hasn't really done anything all that great. You know, to give an example, it's like the few things I can think of that Anonymous did really well is that they like hacked into ISIS's websites and just splattered porn all over them in order to like just, you know, slow the ability of ISIS to recruit people, which was awesome. But then there's also just a lot of, you know, a few years ago there was that whole rumor about how Anonymous had hacked into the PlayStation network and stolen a bunch of credit card info, which Anonymous said they didn't do, but then who could really know, because Anonymous doesn't really have like a massive leadership, and so who knows if someone did it. Who knows? You know, it's like that's the big problem.
Whether it's a sense of rivalry or a simple attention grab, given the recent trends, I cannot say.
Cannot say or will not say.
Regardless, it's quite a nuisance.
Interesting nuisance?
A nuisance?
Both Medjed and the Phantom Thieves are nothing more than groups that uphold an egoistic justice.
I would think that the police would be happy to see the squabbling between Phantom Thieves and Medjed. Medjed.
What a stupid thing they're getting riled up on.
I agree.
Phantom Thieves, huh? What the world are they? You know about them?
How do you not? The TV's on all the time. I'm not really interested in them.
Can't you even take part in small talk? You should have more interest in what's going on with the world.
Dude,
Well, it's about time I go home. Make sure you lock the place up. Also, about the stuff in the fridge. Well, I guess it's fine. Just don't use too much of it.
Stuff in the fridge?
It's possible that more people like these will continue to appear due to their influence.
Interesting.
In that respect, the Phantom Thieves face a very serious crime.
Wait, what? It sounds like he's now saying that because other people are starting to imitate, then our crime got worse? And that's not how... You can't be held criminally liable for what other people choose to do that you had no control over. Hackers declared war on the Phantom Thieves? This is starting to get interesting. But why? Did the Phantom Thieves do something? Medjed's really scary. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Phantom Thieves will deal with it. Yeah, we gotta talk about Medjed. Oh, you mean those guys online? The people online are going nuts over? Medjed. Names just come from one of the obscure gods of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Oh, I saw the news too. For some reason, they think we speak false justice. Now, what exactly do you want to speak of regarding Medjed? Well, I want to go after them as our next target. Well, that's a sudden suggestion. I mean, they're like bad hackers or something, right? Well, that's the thing. I wish I knew more about what they actually did before I made that decision. Technically, they're crackers. Well, that's kind of racist. Oh, cracking into things instead of hacking. Never mind. I was like, that came out of nowhere. Those use the internet for illegal access and ultra data. Medjed is an organization of such people recognized by the larger international community. So they operate on a global scale. Man, that makes them way bigger than Kanashiro. Right? It is settled. Our next target is going to be Medjed. I wonder if now we're going to hit if we put Medjed in. I mean, let's try it. That would be impossible, though. It has to be a pseudonym. We don't even know what people in Medjed is. I mean, it's still not worth... You're not going to lose anything by trying. Wouldn't we get at least one member's info and try and look into it, though? If we did, how would we discover the location? Only confirmed President Medjed has been online. Greater problem than simply finding their keywords. Unless you have any more ideas, Ryuji? Hello? Seems you did this without putting too much thought into it. Wow, he's still here, you know. Come on, get back down now. People are excited about it. Reputation is going to plummet if we don't face this shit. That is quite true. It sounds like people even simply chose to run away from the matter. Medjed has taunted us publicly, after all. If they are criminals, we cannot just let them be. And we don't have any other targets right now either. Hey, let's talk about this the mission, but tomorrow. This is more of his thing. I doubt that. Also, we could try to see if your sister's in. Dude. It's highly unlikely, but I'll ask her.
Wow.
If we change Medjed's chart, it'll definitely affect Mementos. Everybody sleeps. Everybody sleeps. Well, yeah, that's... Oh.
Well then.
Alright. Probably should have stopped there, but I didn't. We're at 37%, guys.
What? Tell me.
Everyone's been talking about Medjed. What the hell is that? You don't watch the news much, do you? They're an international group of hacktivists. Target corporations doing shady business and cause chaos. Subway company's server thing? That was Medjed, trying to find out who caused the train accident. Oh, so they're good guys?
Ugh, no way.
Some liking their digital Robin Hoods. But they snoop through emails and destroy data, so they're really no better than criminals. I mean, they are better than just base criminals, but yeah, their methods are suspect. But so are ours. It's an interesting thing to put us into. Those guys that claim to be modern-day Robin Hoods? They took all those heroes for attacking those companies? They're fighting Medjed next. Fantasies are amazing. I want to hear about justice from shady hackers. I don't care what happens, as long as it's interesting. Damn it, I am so dead. I wish I could get the top 10. People look at smart students differently. I'm not surprised. I've got a pretty good intellect, and I got all the questions right. Well, everyone has their eyes on you now. Damn, Char went up again. Right. In past games, you got closer with all your contacts, although you could never rank up off it. We were busy. It's not like I could focus on studying. Hey, it's not my fault my scores suck, alright? No, dude, it's your fault. You gotta throw the truth right in my face like that?
Wait.
Anyway, there's something more important to Mishima. Hey, you wanna ask you about something about the internet, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be straight with you. Do you know who Medjed is? Man, you weren't kidding about being direct. Well, I suppose the news about Medjed and the fantasies caused quite the commotion. They started out as hackers of justice, but they only look out for their own self-interest. That's all I know. They were in a group I texted Fukutsuku about yesterday. No one's sure who actually belongs to Medjed. Well, looks like things will be exciting this summer. It'll be the Fantasies World debut, no?
Come on.
Don't worry, I'll be rooting for the Phantom Thieves. I'll have the forum mobilized as well. Now, if we're done talking here, we must be going. See you guys later. I mean, that's the thing, we put a call on the forum that we're gonna strike back and we need info. Now, I wonder if anyone else has info. I'm trying to ask my sister, but she didn't know very much about them. She doesn't specialize in cybercrime after all. I tried looking at them too, but I couldn't come up with anything. There are really just no leads. Our opponents are truly elusive. Medjed, huh? So you know we'll find and deal with them ourselves.
Yep.
No summer vacation is due to begin next week, but I have an unfortunate announcement. My university is assembly on the 25th. Please come to school that day. What, really?
Okay, quiet down.
We've had many strange incidents, the psychotic breakdowns, students being dragged into crime rings. Hence, Principal Kobayakawa has instructed all teachers to caution the student body. It's inconvenient for us too, you know, having to find things to warn you about. Wait, what? Having to find things to warn you about? Man, how can I find out about Medjed? I'm not really sure. No matter how hard we look online, I find out just unreliable. It is a really interesting question. I still feel like the best way is to post something on the Phantom forum, challenging them directly. You know, it's because we need to drag them out of hiding. And carry on with corporate terrorism, yet they still manage to elude arrest somehow. Kind of shares a lot of trouble, but this is turning out to be a much greater ordeal. Did we bite off more than we can chew? Right? There's no known who we're actually up against if we can't see the full picture. We don't even know whether it's a single individual or a large conglomerate of people. And even if we do manage to get a lead, what do we do from there? I'm almost positive the girl we keep seeing is from Medjed. But she eventually joins the Phantom Thieves. Damn, this is really not going so good. That's probably why exams are going to shit too. You know those are two separate things, right? Damn, this one's really not going so good. Clues on Medjed, huh? Or is she going to, like, leak information to us? That would be interesting. Who wants to hang out? Who's ready to rank up? Neither of them are. On isn't. That actually surprised me that On isn't. Wait, where is she then? We start during the day since you're a student. We can't do it when it rains though, since we're outside. Come during the day for your fortune, and at night for the test. Interesting. I thought, when I saw her text me, I thought she'd be available today, so then it's just a question of who do I hang out with. But that will be decided next time. Probably Ryuji. See you then, guys.